What up, YouTube? It's PUBzZz the Finisher, and we got to talk about it. Black Ops 2, information's leaking all over the internet between websites and YouTube. Every big YouTuber is doing videos about it. They're trying to break it down, trying to figure out what's real and what's not, what's rumors, what's fake, what are people saying just to get some attention. And you know what? We won't know. We honestly won't know what's real and what's not until the game comes out, or until at least Treyarch says what's real and what's not. And, you know, there's a couple of things that we can look at and say, maybe they know something. And that's FPS Russia and WoodysGamertag, okay? Now, these guys haven't steered us wrong in the past, right? But FPS Russia did a video recently, and he mentioned Black Ops 2, where he mentioned the next Call of Duty game, that you might see this or you might see that. And he also offered a couple other clues that made people wonder, like, what's he talking about? So Woody took this video and he broke it down, and he pointed out things in the video that seemed to lead to something. And one of those things, first and foremost, was FPS Russia always wears an FPS Russia shirt that he sells in his videos, right? Great promotion, so that's what he does. But this time he wore a different shirt, and the shirt said Tacticus. What is Tacticus? So Woody said he looked it up, and it was a domain name that was registered back, I believe, in the late 90s or something like that. And it was really nothing. It was just really nothing. So he did a lot of search, and he found really nothing about it. But he said, FPS Russia's wearing this shirt. It's got to mean something. So today on CallOfDuty.com, you know, there's the whole Call of Duty World Reveal. Tune in May 1st on TNT to the NBA playoffs. And every day they're releasing like a photo on CallOfDuty.com, which is clues about Black Ops 2. Well, guess what? Today, the photo was the Tacticus logo. Okay, so putting two and two together, I gotta say FPS Russia does know something. So in that video that he had, there's information in there that's gotta be legit then, right? It's gotta be legit. So the other thing Woody pointed out that was very interesting is that in the video, FPS Russia is talking about the technology. He was showing a piece of equipment that could potentially be a kill streak in the game, right? But he said that this is a real item, but it's not used yet. It's future technology, okay? Future technology. Maybe 12 to 15 years from now, right? So Woody, he said this twice. So now Woody says towards the end of the video that let's look at that for a minute. He said it's future technology, right? But it might be in the game. Well, that picture surfaced also on CallOfDuty.com. So that leads Woody and many other people to believe that Black Ops 2 is set in the future. Woody mentioned around like 2030, you know, just with some simple math of what FPS Russia was saying as far as future technology goes and everything like that and where we are today. And he came to like 2030. Whether that's the right year or not, it's a rough estimate. But that leads us to believe that Black Ops 2 would be set in the future. Something that Treyarch has not done, apparently, right? Infinity Ward's been handling the modernized games. So if that's true, then that means Black Ops 2 is going to leapfrog the Modern Warfare series and go into the future. So that's very interesting, and it's very telling because FPS Russia's been on point so far, right? He's been on point. That video has been basically on point with the information he gave. It's been confirmed already, CallOfDuty.com. So that means he's on the inside, so whatever's going to come out of his mouth is probably going to be legit. Now, you hear on other websites people talking about stuff surfaced on, you know, the official Call of Duty forums, and it was removed, so it's got to be real, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then some people are saying, well, some things in the list are being confirmed, but David Vonderhaar said on Twitter, you know, months ago that this will never be in one of their games again. You know, and I'm not going to go into the details, but he said certain things would not appear again in a Treyarch game. But they're on the list that are surfacing of what's in Black Ops 2. So, what do you believe? You know, what do you believe? So, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But there's some new game modes. There's new ways the perks and the pro perks work, which is kind of cool. One of the things I really like is the whole knifing thing. Is that you'll no longer be able to just kill somebody with one knife swipe. You're going to have to do a 2 knife swipe, and it's going to be like a knife swipe and has to go back in and knife again. And with a tack knife, it's going to be 4 jabs instead of just 1. So what does that mean? That eliminates panic knifing. That is a great way to eliminate panic knifing, and I applaud Treyarch for that, if that's true. If it's true, thank you. That is awesome. The other thing I want to touch on is they're really going to give more to the hardcore players. Now, I'm a player that plays both hardcore and core. I play a lot of both. But hardcore's always got the shaft a little bit, and people always say, oh, it's because the community's small. But whatever. Treyarch and David Vonderhaar are taking the initiative, and they're going to give back to the hardcore players and give them a little more this time. And I love the fact that they're going to take out noob tubes and launchers out of hardcore play. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's going to make it where people are really going to have to use their gun skill and not just pray that they get something close enough to kill somebody that only has 30% health to begin with. So that's awesome. I love that concept. So, you know, where are we at with all this information? We don't know, right? What's real, what's fake? We just don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. You know, it's hard to guess what guns are going to be in the game, especially if it's set in the future. You know, how are they basing all this stuff? So that's very, very interesting. Now, one last thing I want to say before I go is that what I find interesting also is if this game, if Black Ops 2 is set in the future, right? I find it odd that Respawn Entertainment, which, you know, anybody you know, that is the real Infinity Ward. You know, they left after the whole debacle, right after the release of Modern Warfare 2, and, you know, there's a lot of court cases going on. I think they go back to court next month in May. And Respawn Entertainment is set to release their first game in 2013. And the rumor is, and the rumor has been for the last couple of months, that the game is set in the future. Now, it's also been rumored that if anybody is to make a game that's going to be a COD killer, it's going to be Respawn Entertainment. Now, that takes me back to an old saying of people that say, you know, kids act bad, mothers will say to their kids, listen, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it. I'm starting to believe, okay, that Respawn Entertainment might be onto something. And they might be developing the game that is going to set the new bar. Seeing how the old Infinity Ward that created Call of Duty 4, okay, the original Modern Warfare, which is now Respawn Entertainment, they were the guys that set the bar in first-person shooters, right? Everybody says Call of Duty set the bar. So wouldn't they then attempt to reset that bar and make that COD killer? And for what they created, they'll be the ones to destroy it. If that makes any sense to you. And I gotta think that knowing the bad blood that existed between the old Infinity Ward and the current Treyarch, you gotta wonder if that's gonna be the case. And you gotta wonder why Treyarch went to the future game if the rumors were already out there that Respawn was looking to go in the future direction also. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Is it all true? I don't know. I'm just going with shit that I know personally, what I read, what I've seen, what I've heard, and I'm trying to put it all together, but we won't know. None of us will know until the games are released or the developers confirm or deny certain things that are appearing on the internet or being said. So hopefully the Call of Duty franchise will be saved with Black Ops 2. I'm going to put a little hope in Treyarch because I know David Vonderhaar really cares about his games, really cares about the community. He likes to give back. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt right now. Infinity Ward, you're done with me. You are done with me. You are over. Modern Warfare series is done. Completely done. So I'm going to put hope in Treyarch, and I'm also going to put hope in Respawn and let the best dev team win because that's what it's going to come down to. Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Ravensoft, bye-bye. Get out. That's it. PUBzZz the Finisher. Thank you. Like this video, subscribe, and I'm out.